You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
To leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those birds we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, our heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare in a place while electorals ask, how did we ever come to this? But so long you got to stand up and be counted. For daily we're intimidated. Every day our next witness silence while we recoil from the violence. In our land there is a crisis. Broke police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioner still acting Trinbago. It's time we separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap. Reporting the world when we have to read. While them police busy playing hide and seek. We're facing the world when we had to read. Hey, oh yeah, save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh yeah, in our schools, kids getting on. We're fighting, making porn. Our school girls, you won't believe. Live MMA, they're pulling weave. Check the vibes, they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline to Movado. Mention maestro, they don't know. No morals, no ethics. There is a centrifugal black hole. Lord, we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be frotting, and while church attendance real low. Protest back plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through our ports, big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic, Trinbago. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. While we look on them as more mothers who weep. We're facing the world when we had to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, now the nation's soul has been revealed. How they find Shannon Banfield. Busy street, yes, in our city. Killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trinbago, the time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying, time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted, not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution.
just for luxury. In search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant nag within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because importance, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. The feeling has no barrier. Race and class doesn't matter. Once you are alive, you in the game. You do anything to get a good name. Some wealthy men turn to suicide. Can't find food to feed their pride. The aged and crippled in the ring, fight to feel like a king. Children become delinquent for lack of love from their parents. That's why appreciation is most important to man. Appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Solution to bad industrial relations. Employees will gladly draw their pay and do the job half the way. When workman feeling unwanted, the working spirit is daunted. He comes on the job and fool around. Production going down. Just make him feel significant. You get him do anything you want. A pat on the back is the best move for relations to improve. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Our deepest craving is common. All we need is attention to put us in the happy zone, regardless of what we own. Life is lonely without it. Each one should give a little bit. Do what you want your neighbors do, then life on earth will be true. Take a tip from the scripture. Appreciate one another. Share your love and make the mold for total peace in the world. Appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important if we are trying to live. Everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously.
Get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so they did care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own gas money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that eagle eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. I say we get up one morning, Independence happening. Getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty. But if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon, now you keep watching because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it there easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licked from the slave master to become the landowner. Brother, it's a terrible journey. Back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up. Make up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money. Pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming.
When God bless a man, nothing must stop you. Yes, when God bless a man, Satan may attack you. Yes, when God bless a man, he's gonna back you. Yes, when God bless a man, that man must stand. He must stand AI. Who God bless, none can curse. His divine favor man can reverse. Can reverse. Even if they do their worst. Their worst, hey. When God bless a man, nothing must stop you. Yes, when God bless a man, Satan may attack you. Yes, when God bless a man, he's gonna back you. Yes, when God bless a man, that man must stand. He must stand, I say. If you answer his call, he will lift you up. If you fall, hey, hey, hey. If you fall, just give him your all, hey. When God bless a man, should be nobody, nothing must stop you, my friend. When God bless a man, Satan may attack you. Yes, when God bless a man, he's gonna back you. Yes, when God bless a man, that man must stand. He must stand, I say, yeah. man must stand. He must stand. Nothing must stop you. Jehovah said he's gonna back you, my friend. Oh yes, oh yes. Satan may try to attack you. That man must stand, he must stand, he must stand. Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, cover, cover. Cover me. Cover me. Cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And for many of you who be new joining us, when we say the DAT Triplets, the D is for Diana, the A is for yours truly, Anselm, and T is for no other than Tommy Marshall Nisbet. So let me say a special welcome to 1/3 of the DAT Triplets, no other than Thomas E. from Sally Bay, better known as Silibia, as they have moved their all-inclusive to Valsain. So leaving Sally Bay close to Sandy Grande, close to Toko, you pass Piaco Airport, and then you go to Aruca. If you stay on the highway, you'll pass Trin City on your way to Valsain, no other than Thomas E., the Commissioner of Newark, Marshall Nisbet, boy.
Good evening, my dear friend. How are you?
We are fantabulously splendiferous.
Fabulous. I think today you got the directions a little better.
I'm working on it. I'm working on my GPS. I get rid of my TNT GPS and I get a Garmin.
Good.
I got a Garmin GPS. Yeah. That GPS was giving me wrong directions all the time.
Wow. I hope it wasn't a UNC GPS you had.
No. It was they had some kind of colors in it. It looked like red, white, and black. You know. I had to look at it carefully.
Oh, okay. That's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Correct is right.
But I appreciate.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead because I saw the storm is
All
brewing.
right. Let me say welcome to the other 1/3 of the DAT Triplets. No other than Diana, Waveney,
Storm, Stormy, the Storm, the Bajan, the Trinbagonian, the poet, the poetress from close to St. Catherine's in Barbados, in a street from Trinidad and Tobago that begins with an N, that starts up by the Dry River and ends down by the bus station on your way from St. Augs. Was it St. Augs? St. Augs, yeah, in St. Augustine, on your way to Tunapuna, coming back, passing Santa Cruz, then Barrett area. Before was Mount Hope, no other than Diana, Waveney, Benskin, Greta, McDonald, boy.
You're the Guyanese, boy. You don't know direction at all, at all, at all.
What
I don't know. And what is this street that you don't want to call? It is Nelson Street. What's wrong with Nelson Street?
Wait,
I don't like what Nelson stood for. What's wrong with Nelson Street? People live there, people work there, people have businesses there that do very well.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Are there any other streets in Barbados that starts with the letter N?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
can't call none of them, but that's the most popular one.
so if you want to use N as Nelson Street,
The street that nobody don't want to say. Anyway, it is minus 37 degrees below zero outside my door.
And that's Fahrenheit.
You, Thomas, do something about that.
I've done something about it.
well, let me ask you a question. Why worry about something that you cannot control?
Minus 37 degrees below zero, Anselm.
And that's Fahrenheit, not even Celsius.
Yeah, but why worry about that and you know you can't control it?
And in New Hampshire, there's a place called Mount Washington. Apparently, it's a ski area. Minus 107 degrees. I said, Lord, Father,
That's instant freeze.
you go dead.
Yeah.
You go dead. I look at the front door. I send my neighbor to the mailbox. I'm not coming out there. Mm-mm. The way the wind hit me at the front door, I said, nah, boy, I ain't going out there. Right? So that's what I'm dealing with. And I don't want no stormy to put by my feet to keep me warm. So for me, I had to wrap up in my blankets galore and run the heat up to 80 degrees at least. What's going on, Anselm?
Well, I'm listening. I mean, I don't even know what the temperature is outside.
You know what I'm talking?
No.
I just pay attention to it, see? Because my ailment, my arthritis lets me know you don't go outside there today. Good. I went out there today. Now,
Okay, but you know, as you say that, right? I think that I was talking to someone today and I was thinking that, boy, I think Trinidad need like one day of winter.
oh God, no. I said someone go dead. Don't say that.
Wait. Let me finish. I want to believe that I think if Trinidad and Tobago get one day of winter, it will knock senses into a lot of people in Trinidad and Tobago. And people are going to start to see things from a different perspective.
Oh, you mean what we go through up here when you have to, yeah.
And not that, and just how we take life in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm saying this is how we take life in Trinidad and Tobago. And after we finish with the chatter, I want to show a video that I see with people lining up to go by to listen to Renegades playing their panyard. Now, listen, I am all about culture. I love my culture too bad. I love it. when I go to another carnival, I play mass, I wind down on the ground, I wind on the floor, I shine up the floor, I'm all inclusive. I wind down, bend down and rock. I go down low, low, low. Right? Some of them spots I wind on, if you're going Trinidad, you still see these mark on them spots. You understand? There's some some permanent marks I leave on them spots.
So you rent a tile then?
Well, more than a tile. You have something
But
called
Anselm, you must be maybe about 90 kilograms soaking wet. Well, you can't have much more than a tile. The tile you was on.
No. When I put on a wine, you understand? Is you could preserve that for the next 20 years, you know what I mean? Yeah, you could have your own vineyard when I finish with that wine. So, but I love my carnival. I really love my carnival. I love Panorama. I love the Marsh. I must play Juve. You understand? All them things on them. I really and truly. But sometimes you just watch certain things that's happening and you just ask yourself, boy, you know what I mean? You ask yourself the question, I mean, look what's going on with the AG, right? Look what's going on with that, right? Whether you right, wrong, sideways, whatever it is. Look what's going on with $21 million, right? The $21 million for the 9 fellas. I mean, it's just like, look what's going on with the Dragon Field and the gas, right? It's a people saying, boy, we ain't gonna see nothing for 10 years, we ain't gonna see nothing for 5 years, right? We have to negotiate with Venezuela. I mean,
look, they got a TSTT employee. He waiting for his back pay for the longest.
Yeah, but
he can't get his money.
But the thing about it is that it seemed that we are on a drive in Trinidad and Tobago. That is like it's a one-way lane now, and everything is down the negative lane. People don't see nothing positive happening in the country.
Go
ahead.
Attitudes determines altitudes. And the attitudes, we need some attitudes to certainly adjust in Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago, maybe a little bit more palatable.
Way more palatable. Tommy, and that's why I was saying that maybe if they get a winter, their attitudes go adjust. And they go start to see things from a perspective of not through rose-colored glasses, or just see things through a political glasses. You understand? Whether it's a red glasses, a yellow glasses, a PEP glasses, a PDP glasses, right? I'll give you an next example. I see Watson Duke have
a new initiative, a health initiative.
The Watson Duke initiative, eh? And I ask myself the question, is that a PDP initiative, or is that an initiative for Watson Duke? I'm asking myself the question. You understand? Because
I was looking at the looking at that video, and not once did I hear the words PDP.
To me, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm saying, man, this is a brilliant idea. It's a splendiferous idea. It is really, truly brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yep.
However, when you call it the Watson Duke initiative, it's like, oh wait, now
going back down that Mimi road again.
Oh, thank you. What about the PDP?
I wonder if they discussed it and he ran with it. But you can't invite him on the show. He's not interested. So
wait, if he discussed it and he ran with
it? If they discussed it, as a conglomerate PDP, and he ran with it.
Who they?
The PDP, when he was, in good terms with them. I don't know. I'm just asking a question.
Oh, when they were all together.
Yeah.
But when I see the initiative, I said, boy, that's and secondly, right? What happened to Mandate Monday? Tommy,
But,
There's so
what,
much
what,
silence in the room, I can hear a pin drop.
what happened to Mandate Monday?
what is that? What I don't understand. Explain. I see him come up with it. What do you mean? What happened to Mandate Monday?
Tommy,
Well,
could you explain to Diana for me?
Mandate Monday was one of his initiatives, wasn't it?
Okay.
Correct is right. I'm just asking.
But with that, okay, but he did that when he was with the PDP
No,
inside the THA.
no.
No,
That's when he was outside.
I don't know then. You know.
After the mashup
Dr.
between
Mashup.
after the Dr. mashup the PDP in Tobago,
Mhm.
and he went on the outside. He had Mandate Monday.
Ah.
And listen, again, I mean, great initiative to hold people accountable.
Yep.
I think it's always good when you're holding people accountable. But what happened to that?
Lana.
What happened to
Lana. Monday don't mean a date with a man on Monday.
Mhm.
All right. So Lana don't remind you to go to the chat. That will Lana tell me. All right. So
Who
of
was-
course, folks, first in the chat was no other than Takesha. Yeah. And all your let me tell you something, eh? If it's one thing about women, women, listen, if you're married, or if you're dating somebody, listen to your significant other.
No doubt.
Listener, I'm telling you, listen. And why I say that? Because Takesha this today gave me 2 lines of emojis. You understand? Whether I was kicking the other time or I was joking. Takesha said, all right, yeah. So you see, and look what she do now. I tell you, listen to a woman. Look how much she did that.
Whoa.
You understand? So I can't complain now about what Takesha giving because she gave me a line and a half this time and I complain I only got a line. So if I got a line and a half and I complain again, you
Well,
know,
that plenty love. Why never get that amount of love from my parents? Thank you, Takesha.
yeah. And
I
look,
purple love.
but you see, Tommy,
Mhm.
I guess I want to tell you, all you listen to all your ladies, listen, listen. You see what she do? She equalize it with me and you.
Uh, uh, uh,
Nothing but love in the village, Takesha. That's what we want. And that's what you get.
She say, you know me, I ain't playing that. You understand? Right?
She she is a village sweetheart.
Yeah. Listen, they go on clear. She go on clear, man. Look. Lana, Rose, Carice. Yeah, Takesha, you're going clear. You're going clear. Albert, Vonnie. Yeah. Yeah, only love in the village. No room for negativity, just love. Look, Nadia is second. Nadia, how you doing, Nadia? Look,
Nadia.
watch. Hey, Olia, I don't know if they planned this, but look at this. Watch this. Watch this one. Watch this. Look at Nadia. A line and a half.
Oh,
You see what going
Lord.
on? Only see what going on?
Oh, yeah.
You don't listen to all the ladies now. Look, watch Tommy. You too. Look, Tommy. Oh, now, boy, Tommy, boy.
It's okay. That's
Look,
enough.
all right.
I'll make up the rest.
Okay. I'll leave that alone then. All right.
Leave some room for me to add some.
Yeah. Correct
To the
is right.
brew.
Correct is right.
Yeah, Rennie, he have so much love for me, they ain't name the color yet. Rennie, go and sit in the corner now. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Nadia said Rennie, Vonnie, Troy, Ellis, John, Albert. Yeah. Um. Good afternoon, everyone. Rennie say good afternoon, brothers and sisters. The love doctor is in the house. Yeah.
Rennie can't come up with one sick figure. He coming up with love. Oh, Lord.
But I give the man the name Love Doctor. I give him the name Love Doctor. The man honoring his name. Yeah, he proudly he representing his name proud. Respect to the
Because he don't want you to put on a cat suit and beat him with a whip. That's why.
you mean you? You know?
Oh Lord.
You mean you, Diana?
He doesn't want you to put on the cat suit and beat him with a whip.
No. Me, I not in the whipping business.
Yeah.
I go leave that. I stay out of that with you and Hailey. Don't put me in that. Not me.
Rennie.
I mean, ready. Yeah.
And I coming for you.
Yeah. I think Hailey want to be in the whipping business too.
I coming for you.
Yeah, Hailey inside, boy. What tax? Yeah. Hailey, you come to tonight, boy. I know bad.
You just stretch.
You know? Yeah. Blessing and peace. Hey, Albert Montano, boy. Albert, you're inside. Alright?
Mm.
Oh, you on this thing again? Guten Bend, my village people. Glad to have you here. What tax? Oh, you want them village people to bend? I don't know. You telling people to go and bend. I don't know.
I want to stretch.
Ali, you want to bend? Oh God. Yeah, when God bless humans, boy. Hailey say when God bless Trinidadians, they'll never have to deal with PNM and UNC ever again. They will just have to deal with PEP. Hailey, I have a video with your leader talking to Kim Cole Singer. Very disappointing the way how he's speaking to a woman, Hailey. Very disappointing. If I get a chance, I'll go play it for you. I'll go play it for you, Hailey. I'll go play it for you. Bonnie Roberts here inside. Yeah. We had a wonderful day. Me and Jean, boy. Me and Jean saying good night. We'll join later, boy. Me and Jean in the house, boy. Diana, a good friend. Diana. You know, I ain't gonna lie about Diana. Most of the males in this chat are very good friends of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something up is Rennie. Rennie want to gear. Rennie has some whip, right? Me and Jean want to get that vest. The vest he have on, one of them vests. What else call them again?
Wife beater.
Oh, a wife beater vest. Alright. Richard Ramupo gave some sicky fake. Ali, where you come to Alaska for a vacation. Albert talking about coming up to Mississippi to look him up. Is all mean? Oh, you're talking about Mean Gene. Yeah. Ellis just tell you about you will cook for you. Right? It's all kind of thing.
and my friend in Mandeville, Jamaica, if you're listening tonight, like you did last time, he said to me, you can come into the chat.
Oh, we have a Mandeville Jamaican listening?
Yeah.
Hello.
We have a
Wagwan. Ionija Selassie I Rastafari.
No, Anselm, you're butchering it.
That's what it is.
Him there in my yard. That's what I'm saying. There in my yard.
Wait. You telling me I butchering it?
Wagwan.
And you slaughtering it?
Wagwan.
As Ionija Rastafari Selassie I.
I don't think he's a Rastafari.
Oh, all right.
So I've been to Montego Bay and Kingston. I went in Bob Marley's bedroom.
What were you doing in Bob Marley's bedroom?
None of your business.
I don't understand that comment. You went in Bob Marley's bedroom?
They had a tour of Bob Marley house.
You mean there's a museum? There's a museum.
You wasn't supposed to go in his bedroom. I said, what? I come from all the way where you only telling me. I doubled back and I went right in the bedroom.
You were something.
Huh?
I said you were something.
Yeah. And the man catch me. He said, you're not supposed to be in here. I said, I had to be in here. And I sit at the edge of the bed he slept on.
Oh my goodness, Diana.
Diana, Eugene says somebody going by his girlfriend to keep warm.
No, Stormy ain't got my no girlfriend. Sorry, a family member. He all right.
Okay. Lana, welcome. Alice.
Good night.
Lana say,
Somebody-
Papa, I saying it brave. Anselm going on the blue party.
Really want to know what I'm doing in Bob's bedroom.
Yeah, that's the question I will ask. What are you doing in Bob bedroom?
That's right.
I traveled all the way there. I never been there. I know when I was coming back. And I get a chance. I say, hey, this Bob Marley bedroom. That is my mind, right? I'm from a young teenager. I better put my foot in his bed. I'm still on the edge of his bed.
But why you didn't go in the kitchen?
We passed through the kitchen too.
Hmm.
We saw things he used. There's a Bible in there that said that they have a piece of marijuana in there from the time he was alive. So if you try to smoke that now, you know you're going out to the universe and beyond.
Diana, you make me just think about something. Is that where you get the idea to feed Stormy weed from?
No. I got the idea because they say he's a hyper breed, and sometimes you have to calm him down. So the chews, they calm him down.
Okay, all right. Judy, welcome.
Otherwise, he little heart will be going all day long. He's running up and down like a crazy mutt.
Judy,
But you're supposed to give him 2.
And you give him 3.
I will not say how many I give him.
Diana.
Lana says she was some old guy, so tonight. Judy says, all you know is Black History Month this month, right?
Correct.
Somebody say you're looking stunning in your blue.
Who's
Somebody saw that mama guy in my walls.
That had to be Lana. Is that Lana?
No.
I ain't get
Judy.
it.
Judy said you're looking stunning.
But you know, I get real. Look, Nadia said too, and some looking sharp, so I can come in training for carnival. Nadia, you ain't here what I was talking about the whining earlier, and I leave a spot in Trinidad since 1985. I leave a spot on Charlotte Street.
Oh, God. Yeah, Marky, that I was supposed to get him, but I think he's busy with everything going on.
But Anselm, on another note, SSL is getting a lot of heat for what they done to your running buddy,
Who is that?
Bolt.
You saying?
Oh, the thief all your money?
How would you have felt if that was you?
Yeah, boy. And the lady showing up to court now with a walker and in wheelchair, looking rather pitiful.
That is a hard one.
Sympathy.
That is a hard one, And let me tell you, there's no way of him getting back that money. That money gone.
Yeah, boy. But I feel, yeah, boy.
That money gone. It's gone. Sorry.
I think he'll get more endorsements, don't think.
Yeah?
Sad, boy.
He might have to come out of retirement.
Black man don't get nothing easy.
Judy, thank you so very kindly, Judy. I really appreciate that. I look very stunning, boy. Oh, God, stunning. See that word, boy? A stunning people, boy. What? A good boy.
Yeah, he blind in you, too. What mean? You say what? What I was in Bob Marley bedroom looking for?
I don't know. Looking for weed?
No, I wasn't looking for weed. I just wanted to. I was in his bedroom. I put my foot in there. I sit on the edge of his bed. I touch his dresser. I get caught. I get boofed, but that was all right.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Lana say, yeah, Judy, I find Anselm looking fantabulous tonight, boy. You have a date.
Have a date.
I know what you have, no? You have a date. Today's the 4th. Oh God, Judy say hi. You never know, boy, Lana. Oh God, you have a date. Today's the 4th. Hey, Rennie. Wait, Rennie. Stay out of people's business now, man. Stay out of big
All you want free ticket.
Yeah,
Oh,
still that big people business, man. still that big people, still that mature people business now, man. Take your whip and go in your corner and relax now, man. Oh God, still that big people business now, man. Oh God, please, you and Heidi, please, you and yeah, means you want to know what you're looking for, Diana. That's what he wanted to know.
I wasn't looking for anything. I just wanted the notoriety. I took a picture that I was in Bob Marley's bedroom.
Okay. Now, Rennie, all your girls know to put honey in all your mouth. Stay with that big people business now, man. Please. Oh God. Could you do that? Please? Judy?
They also took you to the studio where they created some of the early music. It was a real archaic looking songboard, man. You know? And then we sat down, we watched a movie, him and,
What is going on tonight? Judy says, Anselm, why your song so low-key? You always have fireworks. Oh, that song low-key, right?
Lana said, what, Diana went in Marley room to fill Stormy's prescription.
Yeah, boy. Ain't easy, boy. And of course, folks, it's in the village. It's in the village to the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. We have so much to go over tonight. We had the AG. We had a problem with the 21 guys. The 21 million. We have a few new medical initiative in Trinidad and Tobago. We have the Dragonfield negotiations with Venezuela, and Venezuela telling the government of United States that this is colonialism, and then right? But stick and stay. We gotta address some of those things when we come back. It's in the village with that Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. It's Diana, Anselm, Tommy, and you in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
In position number 8. All you get ready. This is seriousness inside here. The name of the song, The Punisher. That's the name of the song. Keep that in mind, The Punisher. The name of the singer, real name, Derek Rafford. And everybody knows the guy when he unmasked himself. Big Dog, put your hands together one more time. Put your hands together, welcome on stage. Brother B, doing the song, The Punisher. Make some noise.
It has been reported that 2022 had the highest number of murders in this nation's history. This fact has sparked much debate in the public domain. Should we return to the hangman, or do we need a...
Did you say Punisher? This country have so much murders and so much crime. We have to take something to bring to your mind. Somebody have to take charge, and that is what I have to do to rescue this country from the mayhem that continue. All of them that raping their women, get them. All of them that raping them women, get them. Criminals coming out on bail before they leave the jail. It's courage, courage, courage in their tail. I want to warn them. Courage in their tail. I'm hearing a report. They hotspot, the parliament. Our next situation that I must address. Corrupt politician making this place a mess. It have one in Tobago. He think it's a one-man show. Mash up the assembly. Well, I wait on him patiently. All of them that thieving with money. I want to hear you. All of them that playing with security. Oh, on them. Don't care how they beg and ball. No ease up at all. Give him courage, courage, courage in their tail. Oh, Milado. See how they're balling? We are easing up. Go ease up. Oh, Milado. Hear how they're balling. We need justice. Oh, my God. Ah, my brother. They schooled in chaos. Every day is violence. It seems as the children don't have no common sense. The teachers responsible, they are the ones who have the thing. So when we get to treat with them, we gotta let the whole nation know. All of them delinquent teachers. Get them. All of them phony professors. Get them. Don't care how they scratch and cry. Courage we can't deny. It's courage, courage, courage in their tail. I wanna hear you. Courage, courage, courage in their tail. Oh, Milado. You hear what I say? Oh, my Lord. Hey, courage. Courage. I said courage. All of you are listening, I am sure you will agree. Solving crime in this country, punishment is necessary. All we have to do is to call on the judiciary. Just give them some courage to deal with them accordingly. All of them, we robbing them children. Give them courage. All of them that raping with nigger. Give them. I don't care what the command scheme, matter how they the scheme. Wake them up out of the dream. Courage in their tail, oh Milado. I said courage, courage in their tail. Everyone, them courage, 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 courage in their tail, oh Milado. Oh my brother, yes, them reapers, all them courage. All them rapers, all them cheaters, all like you so. I said courage. I said to give them crooked politician. Hey, courage in the tail, oh Milado. All right, thank you. My God.
All right, big dog.
Courage in the tail.
Courage in the tail.
We are back with you. It have people who deserve to get some courage and truth. I have to be honest with you. Yeah, brother B, I think you're going in the big yard with that one.
Yep.
Yeah, courage in the tail.
The hook is nice, the catchy.
Yeah. Courage in the tail, boy. Brother B, boy. Brother B, you come good there, brother B. You come good there. You come good. Courage in the tail, boy. Huh? Yeah. So let me quickly do something here. All right. Albert Montano, welcome. Julie says Trinidad needs a reincarnated Fidel Castro to put them in order. A man like him can fix TNT. Cuba have absolutely no crime because they maintain law, rules, regulations, orders, Trinidad and Tobago. You know, I was talking to my partner today, right? All you know, there is about 8.8 million people right, in New York City, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the Big Apple in 2022, there was about 400 and something murders,
Oh,
right?
all
In
right.
in Washington D.C., where there is about the population is about 700,000 people, and that is where your friend live, Diana, your good
Who's
friend,
that? Who's
your
that?
your your vest wearing friend, your friend
Mean
who
Gene.
Oh,
just
Lord.
told me thank you very
How
much.
you get my friend now? I don't know the man. I only know him, yeah.
But that's so you gotta see somebody to know them for them to be your friend.
I know I met Lana. I know Lana. I don't know him.
All right. Anyway, the fella from in the chat named Mean Gene. There's about 770,000 people living in Washington D.C. And in 2022, there was 200 and something murders. Right. So let's just double the population to the population of Trinidad and Tobago and make it 1.4, right? And we doubling the murders too as well. There'll be 400 and something murders, right?
Hmm.
Their murder rate is still 50% lower, right? Well, let me say 33 and a third percent lower than Trinidad and Tobago murder rate. And my friend was saying, he's saying that the COP is not responsible. Well, not responsible, but how much can the COP really do of that about that and the Minister of National Security? So why are they why the Commissioner of Police and Minister of National Security? What's the purpose? If they can't do nothing about that.
To draw a salary.
No, well, I think it's more than that though. I don't think it's to draw a salary.
But while you're on the COP, right? I don't know. It is in their job description, right? So I don't know. I am happy to see a black woman making the post of COP. However, I say but there. However, how old is this woman, and how long will she be in that post?
What do you mean?
That be my question. How old is she?
She could be
Now
six.
me not the woman age, eh?
She'll
How
be six.
old is she?
She'll be 60 next year.
So when you're supposed to retire,
Well, that's why she have a 1 year contract.
that make any kind of sense?
You know, Diana, your point, your
I
point is
don't
well taken, because I asked myself the same question.
understand. I'm glad a woman, yeah, but
Yeah, but no, put that aside. Put that aside. Put aside the woman, the black, and everything. You have a commissioner of police in your country, and they have a 1 year contract.
No, but I want to know when they're gonna get rid of this 60-year retirement scheme that seems to be.
so if the general public supposed to go out at 61 to them politicians that are way past 60, why them still up in there?
I guess they're the only wise ones. Everybody else.
So we'll go to Peter, don't go for Paul, and we ain't go for the goose, ain't good for the gander.
Listen. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I want to put something up here. Let me see if I could put this up here, because this is something that um I looked at, and I asked myself the question. Oh, come on, what this thing doing here? I asked myself this question here, right? I'm gonna put up these stats here. Let me see if I could remove this. I'm gonna remove something here first. All right, let me remove Brother B from there. Brother B, you're inside. You're inside. I think I sending you to the big yard with that one, Brother B. Courage in detail. Courage. It's only courage in detail. All right. So listen to this, right? Look at this stat here, right? And so, all right. In 2018, when they had the commissioner of police, I want you all to see this. All right. So Gary Griffith was first, right? Gary Griffith was first, and McDonald Jacob was second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and Mrs. Ulla Christopher was 12th, right? You all see that?
Yes.
Right. This was 2018. So they had Gary Griffith, Stephen Williams, Michael Seals, Anand Ramasa, Wayne Head, Watchman, McDonald Jacob, Hendrickson, Baldio, Glenn Hackett, Ally Hunt, Owen Hackshaw, Vincent Edwards, and then Ulla Christopher, right? Fine. Right? So Anand Ramasa, Michael Seals, I think we know who Stephen Williams is, right? So he kind of passed the age, so he can be in it. We know Wayne Head passed the age too. I mean, full set of age discrimination going on here in Trinidad and Tobago. You know what I mean? If you're 60, you cannot be the commissioner of police in Trinidad and Tobago. All the people in Trinidad are going marching for that on age discrimination. Yeah? How come they ain't marching about that? Okay, but anyway.
They're not focused on these things.
Okay, so all right, you see it? Now let's go to 2000 and here's this one here. I'm gonna get this other one up here, right? I mean, the Matson, eh? I think this one here is 2021, right? You see it? Mm-hmm. In 2021 now, Gary Griffith is first, Andre Norton is second, and Ulla Christopher is third. Right? So, whoever those other people are, right? If they didn't apply for it, I don't have the other names here, but this is just what that was shown. So she's now third, right? So in 2023, Gary Griffith is still applying for the job, right?
Yep.
Right? I don't know if Andre Norton applied for the job. So all of a sudden now, in 2018, Gary Griffith was first. In 2000, and I can't understand how I defended Gary Griffith, you know. Anyway, facts is facts. Right?
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. Thank you. In 2021, Gary Griffith is first. In 2018, he was first. In 2023, he's no longer first, and he's still on the list. Only make it make sense now. Tommy and Diana, help me, you know, because, you know, I just go off base.
I hear you. I can hear you.
But make it make sense now. How come all of a sudden Gary Griffith is no longer the person that he was in 2021 and 2018?
Hey, what a difference a year makes.
Oh God, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. And I am not looking into, with regards to the person being the first woman police commissioner. I'm not looking into that. I mean, that's all fine and well. But I'm just talking about the process, man. The process. Right? And, you know, I always put up this quote here. Right? Here it is. Okay, here it is. The system was never broken, you know. It was built this way. It takes us all these months to name a commissioner of police and to come up with this end result, right? So at the end of the day, you could be first, second, third, or fourth on that list. You could be fifth, and you could end up being first. So then what's the purpose of going through the scenario for?
You pick the words. What is it? Why is this process in place?
What was the purpose?
You know what? I don't understand, right? You see the crime out of control. But because you have a personal vendetta with a certain individual, you refuse. Refuse. Even if you had to put them back in there and put them on the strict guidance and guidelines and stuff, let them do the work and bring the country back to some sense of normalcy. But I give up. I throw my hands in the air when it comes to that, because you're going, you put somebody, okay, yeah, but hooray for black woman. I happy. Hooray for woman. But
Judy, I am not talking about her performance going forward. I'm not questioning whether she could or cannot do the job. I'm not questioning that. I can't question that.
No.
Because I don't know what is her abilities and her talent. I'm just questioning the process. And that's why we have so much problem in Trinidad and Tobago with these process. Look at it. You know what we're going to do? We're going to appoint a senior counsel to look at Armourgate and what happened with them 21 prisoners and the $21 million. We're going to appoint a senior counsel.
Not Bacchanal again. Meanwhile, what was the outcome of Paria? Anybody know?
But then not only Bacchanal and that, but we're going to spend more taxpayers' dollars to pay a senior counsel to go and do an investigation, right? Again. We let's not put it back up.
When the schools falling down and children, their parents lost their jobs, they got to go through a whole lot of stuff, fill out paperwork to get a grant, and you're not sure you're going to get the grant. You cancel soca, whatever. What they call it? All help me now. The cancel soca thing. Well, I can't get the name called. Right? That way the small man could get a little walk, go up on stage, sing, spit a joke, girl could wind down and go.
But be honest though, they didn't cancel Soca Monarch.
Who canceled Soca Monarch? Who?
The guy who was running Soca Monarch canceled Soca Monarch because
he did not attach to the government?
No. That's
okay. Well, then the government should step in and fund it. That's what I think.
But Anselm Monroe no longer runs it. He put it in fairness.
No, Monroe. Yeah. No, but fair and them to run it. There's a whole new person running Soca Monarch.
Well, then the government should step in and fund it, that them small men could get work.
But what they're saying is that they didn't have enough time to do the promo. Starting at the last moment to do the promo would not give them the type of performance, or should I say, the type of rewards that they so desire.
Well, Tommy, there was an interview with the guy who is in charge of the Soca Monarch. I'll see if I have it here. And he said that, and also Randall Mitchell, who is the Minister of Tourism.
Right.
The discrepancy was that they asked for 10 million. The Soca Monarch group asked for 10 million.
Okay.
And the government offered them 3 million with other things put in place. And the guy said 3 million wasn't enough in order for them to do Soca Monarch. They needed 10 million.
And they want to give the plan players $500.
But Diana, but you see, Diana, we put in everything, every single thing. You have a private organization. You are running Soca Monarch.
So why the government can't fund them a little bit and let them pay some VAT or something, whatever, and give the small man some work, let the small man go up there and spit a joke, the girls singing the song, wind on the stage, you know, they all know the bacchanal thing.
10 million.
What's wrong with that?
10 million.
And I'm sure they'll get back more.
Who will get back more? The government?
If they run it properly, if they run it like a kickback bacchanal thing, you know, and the panorama, the pan fellas only getting $500.
But
we paying all these millions of dollars to go and do some, whatever you call it, inquiry. More and more inquiry. Yeah, it's great. But come on, what's going to come out of it?
Diana,
I hear that moment, but the parents,
each bank has...
after the stop got the report with the children from the homes, you still have children being abused. Apparently, I heard St. Jude the last time I heard with a report.
Diana, each man has 100 players. 500, 100 times, multiply by 16 bands.
Hmm?
Just how much money is that?
Let me tell you something, huh? Someone sent me a video of a young man playing a is it either 12 bass or 16 bass band? And I said to myself, spectacular, marvelous skill. And he jumping around from pan to pan, and he's sweating bullets. You know, and I said to myself, and he getting $500 for that? He deserves more. That's a lot of hard work.
No doubt.
He deserves more than that $500. I watch him. I say, but look at this.
How much money does he deserve?
I have no idea. We need to factor in the cost of living and all that good stuff.
What?
But I watched it.
Are you serious? You serious?
Yeah, serious. Yeah. I watched that young man.
You have a choice. You have a choice to go and play pan, and I had to factor cost of living into you going and play pan.
Yeah, of course. But you should and bring up the people's salary from 2013. Those are still being paid. I mean, no. They deserve it, and that is the problem. That is our problem. We don't think our black people deserve something good. I think they deserve more than $500.
Absolutely not. Diana, Tommy, how many steel bands they have in Trinidad?
I don't care. I don't care how many steel bands they have. You find the money, maybe you put a cap on the number of players in the band. Maybe that's a measure of control. But they deserve more than that. More than that $500. Yeah.
Diana,
for the amount of work men put out.
Yeah, but Diana, this is your choice. The government didn't go and tell you go and play
but that's part of culture. What are you doing? What do you mean you pay? Yeah, but okay, but it's all right for them to buy the big Mercedes Benz and all them fancy cars, right?
Diana,
come on.
No, when you become a minister, whatever perks that's put in place, you benefit from those perks.
Fine. So then put perks in place. Put perks in place to benefit the young African males that play in them pan.
Listen.
Yeah, I said it. Most of them are young African males. Put thing in place to encourage them. When you put the thing in them, they keep them small and they won't grow, right? That is it. Put thing in place to encourage them and uplift them. When he come out in the carnival season, he should be able to have a good 5,000, 10,000 in his hand that he could go and start an entrepreneurial business. Yeah, I said it. Find a way to cap the number of players in the band and pay the man proper money. Maybe you'll cut down on some of the criminal activity. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Yeah, because we're looking at paying each player $500 for the appearance. We're looking at millions. When you think about how many bands there are, you probably.
Tommy, you see, part of the problem is that whenever you are trying to do something, it seems like we Trinidadian, it's never good enough for us. If I give you 500, it should be 1,000. If I give you 1,000, it should be 1,500. If I give you 1,500, it should be 2,000. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Every time you try to do something, to start something, even just start it.
Yeah, because the journey begins with the first step.
Martin Luther King says, you don't have to see all the flights in the staircase. You only have to see the first flight. Sometimes people want to see all the flights in the staircase at the beginning, right? And the thing about it is that, all right, Tommy, let's say they weren't giving them anything. Then what?
Then
let's say they weren't getting anything.
One time they didn't get it. There was a time they didn't get anything, that they had to depend on the bands whenever they get whatever they get.
From the sponsorship, right?
Right.
Now we start something. And we're saying, listen, this is what it is. It's a start, right? And next year you could say, well, listen, folks, we have more money now, right? We have more money in the coffers. We go double it to $1,000, right? Now, remember now, if the allocation is 15 million for all the bands, and you double it to 1,000, now it's now 30 million, right?
True.
So it just seems to me, Tommy, that when you try to help, it is not
Uh-huh.
good enough for some people. When you try to help, it's not good enough.
I said put a cap on the band, the amount of band players, and that way probably be able to
There are
control it.
caps. There are caps because with the big band is 100 complement.
But
The
but
medium band is probably 50. I don't know the numbers, and
all
the
right.
small band is probably
So,
25.
so
I don't know.
Tommy, so Tommy, think about that, right? Right? I gain a little Kakada 500, and you put in a cap on it. And if I know 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, and I looking forward to the little small Kakada so I could go and buy a loaf of bread by Chimo, right? You just take that loaf of bread off of my table because you have a cap.
So
How that, how
why
that making
you
sense?
can't pay them enough that they can open their own bakery?
How that
Not
making
just yet.
Dana, you
They don't have
serious?
to go their own bakery, open up their own little the tailoring thing, something. Instead of
Diana,
$500. Come on.
Diana, we were talking about reality before. We have to be realistic.
Well, I'm being real. I'm being real. They need money to survive.
Yeah,
I'm
but
being real.
yeah, but what they can get, what they would get from playing in Panorama, would not be enough to open a business.
But then they need to make it that way, make it attractive. Hey, some people just come from all over the world and come there to play pan, beat
No,
pan.
I've the last time we met, or we had our last session on Tuesday, I was talking about ideas to empower the steel band movement. I mean, good empowerment, like how how musicians are empowered in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
which is documenting the music and making it available for mass consumption. That way you can get the right remuneration once you market it properly. And the practitioners of the art form would be able to get decent compensation when it's marketed and promoted in the in the right manner. Then we're talking about making our musicians professionals.
Let me tell you something, eh? With Pantrin Beagle and
Mm-hmm.
Tuco and all of them, I could give them one idea where they can make money 24/7, 395 days on the year. Not 365, 395 days in the year.
What stream live pan? Whew.
Easy, easy. For example, all right, Dana, let's go with your idea, right? Right? Why can't they have something virtual once a week? Virtual once a week, and ask people for donations as an example. You could stay in your house, you gotta go nowhere, right? And we have a virtual concert with all them Calypsonians and them. Stay in your panyard, right? We have a virtual something once a month. Friday night is All Stars night. Thursday night is Desperados night. Wednesday night is Phase 2 night. Tuesday night, and we are across the world, and we just asking people, hey, make a donation here, make a donation there. Eh? And the donation can go to all your pan that night. Here's your donation. Listen, if they make 5,000 US dollars for the night, that is 35,000 PT dollars. Right? One night. One night. Double that 52 weeks out of the year now. Think about it. If
Remember now we have the World Wide Web. That means the whole world
the whole world
is
right,
able
correct.
to view
Correct, Tommy.
and participate.
This is not just Trinidad and Tobago no more. This is the world. You're going across. This is global now. This is not local.
Because
now.
if it's let's say a billion people looking at it, just for argument's sake, and they were in order to get the live stream, they were to pay a quarter or $1. You know how much money that is?
Tommy,
$1.
and that is what they need. But you see, with pan Trinbago, the first thing they will tell you, you ever play pan before? No, I never play pan. I ain't play
See,
pan.
what they don't realize is that the player is the player, the manager is the manager, the marketing director is the marketing director, and everybody have it's a stage. Everybody have a role to play. Let me play my role. Let me do my part, and you do your part. And don't tell me that in order for me to do my part, I have to be able to do your part. That's rubbish.
That's how we don't do it in Trinidad. You have to play pan in the past. Like people ask me, I sit down with Pancho and Bego and Tuco and all them fellas and them. I sit down with all of them. And you ever play pan? I say, yeah, I played bass when I was in Calvary Roman Catholic school. I used to play bass. That is about it. What did I have to do with anything? What did I have to do with the price of bread?
The answer is yes, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're skillful in the marketing field, that you're able to monetize effectively.
Correct. Is right. And that's all you're trying to get them to do. Calypsonian always the same place. All you're waiting till Carnival come to have a Calypso tent. Every single year is the same thing.
No,
what Benjai say? I'm fed up at the same thing. All you're only waiting till Carnival to have a tent, and as soon as Carnival finish, the tent gone till next year.
No, Kenny Phillip did some virtual work throughout the COVID time.
That was COVID, but that was temporary.
Well, I think what his platform offers continues to bring some remuneration to him and his crew.
Correct.
What we can do is we can set the system. It's all about the system, you see the system, that same broken system. What we can do is what we can do is get that system set right, so that regardless of what happens, there is a way that funds will be coming in, and we can.
And Tommy, easy. You as a Calypsonian, don't have to go no way. Once you have Wi-Fi in your house, you're good to go. And you have a phone. Almost all of them have phones.
Smartphone, yeah.
You have a smartphone, you're good to go. You have nothing to worry about.
Because that's where the whole world is gone. Nobody's going to the record shop anymore to buy records. Everything is on the World Wide Web. Every single thing. That's how it actually has become easier to monetize your art form than before. Before it was much more complex. Now all you have to do is have good documented performance and good works available for hire, and that's it. It's going to be hired and sold and enjoyed on the World Wide Web.
Every time Carnival comes, we look at the government for a handout in order to do things. Every time, every year, every single year, every year.
And I'm going to ask you, Anselm, who pocket gain grease from that whole transaction you just discussed?
Well,
everybody looking for a kickback and a kick out and a kick in.
Basically, Diana, me personally, right? You really can't worry about who gain a kickback or who not gain a kickback.
But you must, because other you run out, the corruption and let it thrive and flourish, and those that are duly entitled to the profits earned, they are compensated. Okay. But when you have corruption, and everybody, I gotta get this for this, I want, or else, and I hear there's alleged mafia going on in the music. Need I say anymore?
No, but for example, right? If you having things virtually and people are donating, there has to be a statement of all the money that's donated, right? So there's transparency and accountability. If your band is up Friday night, right, and the statement shows, well, look, here's the statement, right? We get 10,000 US in donations, right? Whatever it is, however the deal works out, you get what you get. You see what it is. There's no corruption in that.
It's actually easier now to keep it straight.
It's easier to keep it straight
than
before. Easy. I saying it easy. It's easy, but you see what it is. People don't want things done easy. They want to continue doing the same thing the same way, right? And get the same results that have been getting previously.
That's right.
But Judy says play Wakaman, Designated Driver. What is that?
That's a song.
What is that? A song?
Yeah.
Who's that? Who sing that?
Wakaman is an artist.
Designated Driver.
That's 2023 song?
I don't know. Something is an old song.
Wakaman is the artist.
Judy, send me the name of that person.
Wakaman.
Wakaman.
Wakaman is the artist.
No, but I don't know the song, the name of the song. If I just put up Wakaman, what's the name of the song?
Designated Driver.
Oh, that's the song?
Designated Driver.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Lord, boy. Father God, help us.
Mark Daniel, welcome.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Long time. We'll go on.
Yeah. Lana said 3 years for president, but 1 year for commissioner. Well, actually, Lana, 5 years for president. Isn't he president 5 years?
Lana says she can make me go in Pigeon Point and we're gonna make bacon shark and Pelori.
No.
I'll take the Pelori only, huh?
No, Albert, I don't get this. I sometimes feel Albert and I related, you know. Somehow others feel so.
They're two black men, you know.
Okay. Nobody marched against the P&M government. If was the whole of Trinidad on the road, nobody. You see, Albert, you had to be impeccable with your words, right, Tommy?
Yes, indeed.
Nobody marched against the P&M government. Albert, that is totally untrue. What the pushback movement? What they used to do? They used to walk against the P&M government. What was the pushback movement doing? Walking against the government? Robert Amar and them, and Mike Tiki and Andy Williams and the fellas from the Underground Report. What them was doing? What them was walking?
No, they were hopping.
Oh, no, they were praying. Oh, they were praying. Oh, they went out for a prayer. If it was Kamla, the whole of Trinidad on the road. Really, Albert, buddy? Albert, now you song like Hailey, David. Your song or Hailey must tell her to write that. I feel so. Okay, so Judy says, let's wait to see a performance. She can have excellent credentials. Judy, nobody is querying her performance because we can't. Nobody's going to know what is she going to do in a year. Let me ask the question, Judy. What can she really do in a year? What can Erla Christopher do in 1 year, a 1 year contract in Trinidad and Tobago?
I have no idea.
It doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make much sense. But I'll tell you one thing. They can change the rules to give her more than a year if within the year if she shows potential. But a year is not enough time to really judge her performance.
It's not enough time. It's not enough time. It's not enough
time.
Talk it
talk, Tommy. Talk it talk.
That's why we
just seems as though she babysitting in that position until something comes, some next time around, then they go back to the same process again, and depending on Dr. Raul. Oh Lord, all backward in Trinidad, Jesus.
Well, Anselm, if you're in Trinidad, the Prime Minister will say the exam you pass in 2023 shall fail. No, you see, but we have to be honest with ourselves, right? When certain things happen, we make everything political. Everything we make political. No. Let me be impeccable with our words. There are many things in Trinidad we make political. Many things, right?
Most things are politicized.
Yes, there we go. Albert says the process is in place because it's the P&M government. Albert, when Pandey was in power, what was the process in place? Oh, all right. If the process was bad, then they have an opportunity to change it when Pandey was in power and when Kamla Prasad Bessessa was in power. As a matter of fact, the UNC had a great opportunity to change many things in Trinidad and Tobago because they had 29 seats. Tommy, is that correct?
That's correct. They had the 2/3 majority.
29 seats they had. But you know what people would say? They're going to make excuse and say, well, they only had 5 years.
5 years is more than enough time to do all the things that most of the things they wanted done.
There we
Or
go.
they campaigned on as a partnership.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Right.
They were supposed to fix it, property tax, axi tax.
Axi tax.
They were supposed to revise the constitution. Two main things.
Yeah. And what they do? When they get on this, they sit down on their hand and they didn't do it. They're afraid to do it. Why? They're afraid. And here the other thing, right? People talking about, oh, the Minister of National Security. How many Ministers of National Security we had under the UNC? Just asking.
Wow.
How many ministers in that from 2010 to 2015? How many of them we had?
Maybe 3. I don't know. Let me see.
We had Gary Griffith.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't Emmanuel George once Minister of National Security? We had that brigadier, the brigadier guy.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
Smart? That was his name?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Albert, how many ministers of national security we had between 2010 to 2015? Let me ask you the question.
How many ministers of national security did Trinidad and Tobago have 2010 to 2015?
Judy, you should know that. Oh, ask Arjun. Arjun gonna know that. He's at UNC. Right? Yeah?
We had Edmund Dillon.
Yeah.
Let me see.
He was under UNC?
No. Yeah, 2015.
Oh, okay. Look.
Let me see. August. No.
That might be PNM.
No. That's PNM.
He's PNM now. He's PNM. I know because he had a problem in New York. He's PNM.
Yeah, he's PNM. Let's see. 2010.
That investigation is way to loot more taxpayers that are them prisoners not getting 1 cent. All you go hear them falling down one by one. Eileen says it's okay for the government to thief the treasury. That is perks, Anselm. Where say it's okay for anybody to thief the treasury? Huh? I don't know, but we anyway. Albert says, in the present financial situation in Trinidad and Tobago, all the extra perks and big salaries should be reduced to match the financial problems in Trinidad and Tobago.
And the oil. So what do you think going to become of this deal with Maduro and Trinidad? Proposed deal. I said it right, but let me tell you something, right? I don't feel it's fair that they wanted to compensate him in the form of services and goods. That's what I was reading.
Yep.
You find that's fair, Tommy?
Something doesn't sound right about the whole thing, but at the same time, I also cannot wrap my head around the fact that in order to monetize those gas and oil fields, that you need permission from the United States.
That's another thing too. And my thing is, I mean, come on, why you want to pay the man allegedly? I don't know. I only correct me for wrong. In goods and services? Nah.
No, that's correct. That's correct. Let's play that video. That's correct. Let's play that one. Hold on, let me get that one. No, I think that's accurate. Hold on, Let's. I think this is it. Here. Hold on. Okay. Something went wrong with that one. No, okay. Okay, that was supposed to be it there. Somehow it didn't. All right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
What they want to do, they want to pay them in no, because the USA told them they cannot pay them in cash. In the deal, because of sanctions, they cannot pay them in cash. That's the deal.
But I think that's not right.
You see, the oil dollar is the US dollar, and that's the money that has to be used for the transaction.
Mm.
They're being paid. So that gives the US a footing on deciding about how their money is going to be spent or used, rather.
But that thing to trade in US dollars was done years ago under some OPEC agreement, right? Where they're supposed to use the US dollar as a unit of trade whenever they have the right to do that, the OPEC oil producing countries. So you can't get away from that, no? But I don't know. So I mean, the man needs money. He needs money to do. I guess they're afraid. But look what happened now. Iran jump on board and say they're gonna help them, right?
That's right.
Although with the videos, Anselm.
Yeah, Iran has inserted themselves into the equation.
Into the equation. I'm trying to see here from US. What money Venezuela does you? But they said they have to do it in the US. So, and that will put them, a good footing. He could do stuff for his people, I don't think it's fair that they're putting that on him. So,
yeah, but we had the last national security minister in the partnership as Brigadier retired Carl Alfonso. Before that, we had Gary Griffith, who was from 2013 to 2015. We also had Emmanuel George he was from April 2013 to September 2013. And we had Jack Warner from 2012 to 2013. And we had before that we had their the partnership's first national security minister was Brigadier General John Sandy. So we had Sandy 1, Jack Warner number 2, Emmanuel George number 3, Gary Griffith number 4, and finally we had Carl Alfonso. We had 5 ministers of national security under the partnership.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Anselm was trying to figure out how many ministers of national security we had under the partnership. So
Albert say what? The Dragon Field deal is eaten. Oh no.
Yeah.
Albert.
Was that a bag of that's a day? It's back to suffering.
Dragon contract was not made in product and services, so Maduro will not do the deal.
Well, Maduro doesn't want nobody to spend his money for him and give him what they've purchased. He wants to spend his money himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's adamant about that, it seems. So I see that as a hindrance to the progress that we are expecting. So we'll see what happens, but for the most part, it doesn't seem too good.
Maduro say no, Quito say yes. Maduro say choose a side.
Maduro denounced the conditions imposed by the U.S. to grant licenses to trade Venezuelan crude oil. The conditions prohibit cash payments to state-owned companies in the South American country.
Denounce the colonial model that they are trying to impose from the Office of Foreign Assets Control from Washington, imposing an unacceptable model on sovereign countries in Latin America, the Caribbean, and the world. What can you call that? A mockery of sovereign countries in the world. And I call on the sovereign countries and sovereign governments of Latin America and the Caribbean to denounce the colonial model of the Office of Foreign Assets Control and the United States imperialism. And I say to them from Venezuela, Venezuela will not accept the colonial models of the Office of Foreign Assets Control, nor of Washington. We will not accept it.
So there it is. There it is. Clearly, Maduro is saying that he's not going to accept, or he's not going to let the colonials run his show, because that's what he looks at this as, being dictated to by the colonial powers and being colonialized in this manner, as he seemed to interpret what is being said here. Well, what can I say? It is what it is, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for that Dragon Field deal right now. I know the Prime Minister has been saying something different, because I heard the Prime Minister being asked about it, and what he's saying is quite. What the Prime Minister is saying is still contrary to what we are hearing that Maduro is saying. Prime Minister saying that the deal isn't over yet. It's still in progress, and it's still gonna be on stream. But Maduro's posturing tells us that he's not pleased with what's being offered. So
yeah, but what's he gonna do with the money though? Is he gonna do right by his citizens or what? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, he's a leader of a country. He has the answer to his people, his constituents, his voters, his nationals. That's not our business.
Yeah, but he did he take over the leadership by voting, or was it a?
There was an election and he won, from what I understand. Even though there were those who were saying that the process was corrupt, but he won. He won. Guaido came second, but the U.S. was saying that Guaido is the winner, because they were trying to install Guaido, who has their interests at heart.
Okay, and what here? Hailey says Ramdeen Rowley, hype man for Dragon Oil deal is a wickedness, oh Lord.
Albert says Venezuela, we need U.S. currency to help the country, and payment in kind. The Venezuela government cannot help them.
Venezuela need U.S. currency to help the country, and payment in kind. Venezuelan government cannot help them. Okay. Maduro will be trading gold for breadcrumbs. Oh Lord. Highly. Whoa. It be that bad?
Lana is asking, Tommy, what government locks up the opposition because they didn't want any opposition? Is that true? Is that a fact, Lana? Are you saying that Maduro locked up Guaido because he didn't want opposition? Is that propaganda that we are being fed from forces that wanted Guaido and needs Guaido to do their bidding? We have to be very careful. I don't want to take any side in this, but the truth is what we need. We need the facts. We don't need information that's being spewed out as propaganda for secret agendas. I don't know. I know Guaido is who the U.S. is putting Venezuela's purse into his hand, but he's not legitimately.
And that's why them Venice getting treated so good there, treat good here. They fly them to Martha's Vineyard and deposit some of them, but they pick up the Haitians and send them back, huh? Fly them right back to Haiti, I tell you, boy.
Yeah.
Matlana said, who going on Marco any boat or ship filled with money going to Venezuela from Trinidad? Nobody.
Well,
nobody.
As long as the Venice are spending US dollars, because that's the petrol currency, of course, at this time, the US dollar. As long as the Venice are spending US dollar, the US has to know.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Yes. Albert is saying when Chavez died, his successor was Maduro. And the next election, he became president again, although it was questionable. Of course, it was questionable. Chavez's death, too, was even questionable.
My lights are flickering, y'all. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever we have that kind of weather, my lights are flickering. If I disappear, my thing got knocked out.
If you disappear, I'm going to send a search and rescue team for you.
No, it really is bad up here. The winds, you can hear the wind outside howling and my lights flickering. So I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Then like TN Tech. No, TN Tech here reach by me. We having a bad high wind, 60, 70 mile an hour wind here. And minus 37 below zero.
Oh, highly chimed in. He said, you see, the overall picture is bad. Wicked government officials' greed. Venezuela government has taxpayers' money in an account for themselves. And because, what's what he says there? And because of that, the USA freeze the account. Anyway, everybody has an idea as to what's going on.
As to what, but you don't know what's going on. Do you get any press out of Venezuela at all? I don't see no press coming out of China and Venezuela and North Korea.
Are they allowed to use the World Wide Web?
I don't know.
They're being censored and restricted. So the information we're getting is pretty much one-sided.
And you don't get
because I'm saying if the people really wanted Guaido or whatever his name is, they would have stood up and thrown Maduro already.
Who?
The population, if they really wanted Guaido, they would have had Guaido in there. We know the US wants Guaido in there because he protects their interests.
Oh boy. Oh dear. Right, Tommy, I'm flickering again. It's Anselm. Anselm, are you there?
Anselm is his mic is muted, and his avatar is up.
Yeah. Well, if I disappear from you, Tommy, it's it's flicker. Oh gee. I don't want people to think I just dropped off like that, right? I'm just explaining.
In the chat, we have a conversation going on
Diana, are you in Tobago? Is only in TNT. No, Tommy, I looked it up in a area, a real rural area, lots of trees and ooh,
I know
yeah.
you're in the sticks.
Yeah, boy.
Asking. Albert, she lives in the sticks.
Yeah, a far out area, boy. Yeah. And whenever this weather, the winds, you can hear it, and the trees out there bang, doing the thing. But I know when it's flickering. My lights out there flickered, so it will go in a minute. Ain't gonna stay off long, but it'll go. It'll go in a minute. In a minute, I'm feeling it. Healthcare in Venezuela is deplorable. Yep.
This is true.
What really going on in Tobago with this current issue, and why now? What issue? You mean with Watson Juke bringing on? What's Watson Juke? The health initiative? That's a good initiative.
These people are talking in the chat are talking about Venezuela. Highly, I know you seem to have a lot of opinion as to what's going on in Venezuela, and that they have a government. I'm not disputing that the governance is probably bad, but what I am aware of is the fact that there's a lot of outside influence and interference that makes it difficult to govern a place like that.
Mm-hmm.
Your light's gone. Your light's gone. Diana, you are out. You are gone. Well, folks, we see Diana is gone. Obviously, her lights are out because of the bad weather up in her neck of the woods. Anselm is probably experiencing bad weather also. I don't know because his avatar is up. So I'm gonna have to be riding solo. I would deal with the chat as my point of reference so that we can have conversation. Yes, it is true that the USA has frozen $3 trillion of Venezuela's money because of the political strife that they are having, or should I say, the disagreements they're having with the political leader at this particular time. This didn't start with Maduro, it started with Chavez. So, I mean, it's going to go on until they get their operator in place. And it is what it is. We must face it. Trinidad and Tobago government is doing Trinidad and Tobago the same. Eventually, Trinidad and Tobago is going to be in the same situation. I hope not highly, and I don't see that it coming to that. And I don't believe it's ever going to get, Trinidad and Tobago is ever going to get like Venezuela. There's just no way that this could happen here. Yeah, we have issues, but we don't have the same issues that Venezuela has. And we wouldn't be going that route. And we are not aligned with any socialist or communist country. So we wouldn't be having that problem. We hitch our wagon to a U.S. star more than anything else. So
yeah, guys. Yeah, boy, rough. My neighbor. rough time here. Rough time here. This time of the day. Yeah, guys.
Your lights are gone.
The lights and the thing, but the something kicking. So.
Oh, I see. Lights came back.
It flicker. It's high winds and it happens. It happens all the time. All the time up here.
Yeah, this is really a bad weekend for weather in the United States.
Very bad. Yep.
Lana says, Tommy, what resource do TNT have not to get like Venezuela? What resources we have? Human resources. Or human resources would not get us to that place. Because we are quite different the way we think and behave.
Mm-hmm. Well, Rennie, your current gone, your internet gone, because thing got to run off of that. He understand how things work up here, Tommy.
Isn't he somewhere in the United States, or is he down here?
If you have no current and your modem ain't getting no current, what will happen, Tommy? Huh?
Tommy, Trinidad and Tobago government operate as a communist government. You believe that? You believe that? You really believe that?
Shadow. You know, see a shadow. It's the kind of lamp I have. You know, see a shadow pass behind me.
Diana, Hailey is making a statement that Trinidad and Tobago government operates like a communist government. Do you believe that to be a fact?
I don't know what they operate like. I don't know what they operate like.
I mean, we know they're backward, but communism definitely not.
Oh.
It's still a democracy here.
I think they operate on a secrecy thing, and well, Anselm was call it Cosa Nostra or whatever.
Well, not Anselm is the leader of the national movement said that.
They call it Cosa Nostra. Oh.
Which is like the mafia in Italy.
Oh. Secrecy. Yep. So what is it? 809. Okay. I was looking to play some music.
Yeah, Diana, let's play a little music and.
Yeah, because I don't know what else I can talk about.
Yeah, we were talking about Venezuela, and everybody's chiming. A lot of other persons in the chat are chiming in.
He's asking who's asking where's the democracy?
That's Hailey's is saying that there's no democracy in Trinidad and Tobago.
According to Anselm, is democracy.
Yeah, we see in the mock. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the people still have the right to vote, and they can change leadership when the time comes at the drop of a hat, which they did in 2010 and demonstrated their power, which they still have. All they need is a good alternative.
Rennie said he knows he a shadow figure pass behind me. Lana said I Stormy tried to hide from Diana. You're not easy to distract us.
You see, Hailey, we had an example of democracy in Tobago, which shows that democracy lives in this twin island. And because if it was such a dictatorship or a communist state where there was no democracy, Chavez Augustin would not be the THA head at this particular time. It would be somebody from the PNM. But it didn't happen because there is still democracy going on here. It's the people who are problematic because the people are divided along ethnic lines. If they weren't, things would be a lot better. If it was country first and country only first, not ethnicity.
And that in Trinidad, you all don't seem to be able to get that. So it's a waste of time, and you all are going to continue down the polarized road that you're all walking till you realize, oops, you're falling off a cliff.
The day it becomes country first in Trinidad and Tobago, or in Trinidad, because Tobago has shown us something different. When it becomes country first in Trinidad, we will get it right. As opposed to my ethnic makeup and your ethnic makeup and so on and so forth and so forth, which is shameful.
But you all don't seem to be one to get it right. Everybody is stuck in their stickness, and they're not moving from there. And that's it. And that's what's gonna happen. And you're all gonna keep going down that road, and you see all the roads falling apart. So you all end up on a cliff and fall right over. And you say, "Oh, I coulda, woulda, shoulda."
Well, we would hope that they would mature and would demonstrate some political maturity coming up in the next elections as time move along.
Oh. But they had a chance the other day, and we thought, the PDP, but I don't know now, but he always surprises you. You see, he's doing marches all over the country, going into all the poverty-stricken areas,
Right.
and appealing to persons who are living below the margin, and that seems to be his modus operandi. Appealing to the poor, disenfranchised peoples of the society, and it seems to be a lot of those seems to be based in the incumbents' home strongholds.
So, the United States set an example when they put Barack Obama in, not for one term, but 2 terms, to show what political maturity does.
Mm-hmm.
And what results you get when you're politically matured.
However, they went back to the immature ways when they voted in 45.
Yeah, because that was a pushback from that.
So did they really mature? Because if you mature, that comes with growth, maturity and growth, supposed to be. But if they went into, put he in there, and all this stuff went on under him, and
45 is still fighting for another term, 45 wants to be 47.
And I said to myself, if they go and do that, if they are, I'm telling you, and they realize what they have to do is redlining and all that.
But I don't think 45 has a snowball chance in hell to become 47.
But I ain't seen what's his name, McCarthy. I ain't seen he doing too much to, and what's your name, Letitia and them, the AG, and I sit back and I said, boy, if that was Barack Obama, they would have him strung up by his 2 big ears. Long time. Out of that White House and hold him to the whatever, the justice, they'd have hold him to the grinding stone. But 45 is, what color he is. So when you're that color, you're right? Sometimes you hear people say they don't vote, you wonder why.
You talking about the color of his neck or the color of his face?
Oh, God. Oh, God. That's a good one, Tommy. The color of his face orange, right?
And the color of his neck is what?
Oh,
Scarlet?
He's an embarrassment. Oh, God. Wait. When he was in the White House, I used to be ashamed to show my American passport.
Wow.
I used to be ashamed. I'd be like, oh, God, no. People would be looking at me like, oh, what if she voted? Because there are some black people that voted for him.
Oh, yeah, I have relatives that did. And I say, well,
Yeah, there are some people that voted for him.
I have relatives that did.
All right. So what do you want to do now, Tommy? I don't know. You want to play some music? What? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Something's up. Anselm lost his feet or something.
Well, whatever it is, maybe wherever he is, the weather is so bad that things aren't moving at all.
Yeah.
Yep, Diana.
I ain't plugging much of my thing or frightened. I'm frightened of blow things. I hear what's going on out there. Highly. Lana is not the government. All right, so let me find something to play here.
Here's what Hardy says. Rowley does threaten his party members with their jobs if he don't get his way, to bully and throw tantrums. That is democracy. Yeah, but that can be fixed. That could be fixed. He can threaten all he wants to. That could be fixed. We know for sure that in 2025 he doesn't have to. We don't have to put him back there.
But he going back in there.
No, we just need a good alternative. Whoever is whatever the alternative is going to be, they got to come good. If they come good, it's just that the PNM machine is well oiled and very well organized. So, I mean, unless there is a viable alternative, he may wind up back there. Let's hope. Let's hope whoever is mounting an opposition, they do a good job at it. But I'm not so sure if the lady could do it. I'm not sure.
Who's that? I mean,
KPP.
Wouldn't they be doing an exchange? Don't you want to change for the better?
Tommy, only alternative is partnership government. Guess what? A partnership government is definitely gonna make a difference if they were to put that together again, Lana. However,
the people who have to be compliant, they have to want to do it.
They gotta do a better job.
Yep. And in order to have the partnership government, how did that emerge? How did they end up to that? I wasn't following things then. Was there a partnership party, or did it just osmosize like that?
They put together several parties and call themselves partnership.
Oh, okay. So then they gonna want to have to put aside their egos and say, well, we want to do a partnership government. No?
Well, they'll certainly have to put aside their egos, but they would have to have a better arrangement than the last time, because in record time the partnership was falling apart.
Oh no, I'm flickering again. Yeah. So nothing good comes from evil behavior. This is about race voting. As long as that's what Heidi says. As long as that exists, God will never bless Trinidad and Tobago with goodness. Yeah, I keep telling everybody on there, everybody's a Trinidadian, a Trinbagonian. What's all going on with?
You see,
even though there's
a lot of race baiting and race voting and so on and so forth, we see in the PNM hierarchy that it is not racial in the hierarchy. It is, or should I say, it is not one-sided or lopsided race-wise in the hierarchy. The power is being shared by people of many varying races. And but yes, they focus on the Afro vote as their stronghold, and they do get away with it all the time. We just got to change the way things are being done and the way we look at things in Trinidad, and whoever it is looks at and makes the national agenda, or should I say, what's the correct term? A patriotic outlook. I think it will change. It will change Trinidad forever once we get a patriotic outlook on the way we do things and the way we vote and the way we govern. And let it be Trinidad and Tobago first, as opposed to our parties.
Lana says we're only Trinbagonians for Carnival.
That's what Eric was saying. Remember, Eric said if we would behave all year round the way we behave at Carnival, we'd be a model nation.
Mhm.
And it's true. What he said was so many decades ago, more than a half century ago. As a matter of fact, it's more like 65 years or so, 60 something years ago, he made that statement. And it's still valid.
I'm sorry for all you. I'm so sorry. You know, people depending on a government to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if the people change their attitudes, they will get better governance. Once the attitude remains as rotten as it currently is.
But they're not. They're not changing their attitude. You know, one side is adamant that this side is causing them distress, so we ain't thinking. And one side is adamant that the money is in that side alone. So, I don't know. Sad.
And then there's the feeling that once we put that side there, they're gonna drain the treasury for their friends and
Mhm,
supporters.
mhm, mhm.
And then there's
Yeah.
the other side that they only take care of their campaign finances and uh, plenty rhetoric.
Lana say, well, if things get more hard, you make room in Stormy Kennel. Well, you will have to determine that you and Stormy will work out a rent between the two of you.
Lana, I hope not. I hope you learn to be impeccable with your words and be positive, so that you wouldn't be going into the doghouse, because the doghouse would definitely not be spacious enough to give you a good life.
Stormy have a big kennel.
Lana can fit,
A big Stormy have a, yeah.
so Lana
And
can fit.
she can sit laying down. Stormy have a big wire thing there, like a mini condo.
Yeah, right. So put Lana.
Uh,
You want to put Lana in there? I wouldn't
and
put
then
Lana in there.
then Stormy have a bedroom for himself, TV and everything.
Lana, you're really frustrated. You said, Tommy, it's really frustrating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your frustration, Lana. If there's something
Mm.
I could have done to alleviate that, I would. But I got my
Mm.
issues and you got yours.
Yep.
However, you can change your dynamics.
Mm.
It's all in your hand,
Mhm.
especially in your vote and many
Mhm.
other votes too. Because with the resources that Trinidad and Tobago has at this particular time, yes, we should be, or the citizenry should be better off.
Mm. The voters treat race, voting ignorance as power. They feel empowered for something I just don't understand anymore.
That's highly.
Lana, you're gonna go daycare with Stormy good. And you could walk him and run with him and run for 5-6 hours a day with him.
My friend in Jamaica, if you're listening at this particular time, you can chime in. I know we have a whole bunch of different dynamics going on in Jamaica. Maybe one of these shows we will start focusing on some of the issues that's going on in Jamaica, just to compare
And
it with
the
what's going
whole
on,
world.
just to
You got
compare it with what's
mm-hmm.
going on in Trinidad and Tobago, to see
Mm-hmm.
if we have some of the same issues. And even today, I would still say a solution for most of our Caribbean issues is togetherness, is cooperation, serious cooperation among us as a unit. As a
Mm.
matter of fact, using one currency. I was reading somewhere where one of those EU nations, after 10 years, finally decided that they're going to change their currency to use the euro. It took them 10 years to get around to making the euro their currency here in 2023.
Mm.
I know a lot of people can't visualize what would happen if we in the Caribbean had one currency. It would probably take a little time before everybody come on stream, because there are matters that has to be worked out and issues that has to be ironed out. But I look forward to having one Caribbean currency and one Caribbean economy. It would change the dynamics of how people live here in these Caribbean states. Once we are united in a real sense, and not no mama guy thing like carry come and carry whatever and carry go or whatever.
But do they really want that though? Because those countries with the stronger dollar may say, well, how are we going to end up? If they will look at the rate of exchange toward the strong. Well, let's use the US dollar and see if they ended up where they were before or lower or high. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever currency we use as a common currency for the region, we would be able to convert our existing currency to that and let that be the currency of choice for the region. But it takes time. It's only a matter of time.
Oh, what else you got here?
I'm still in the chat. Lana says that I'm correct, but it goes to the government, not to the citizens. She's talking about the resources. The government that we have is the government that we put in place. We have to find ways to send strong messages to the government that to make sure they keep doing the right thing. And if we don't, then we cannot, then we have to be blamed. No question. CARICOM supposed to unite all countries and make them more independent. We don't want the Caribbean nations to be independent. We want to be one unit. We want to be united. We want to be united. That's what we want, because that would give us more opportunity and more strength. Unity, there's only strength in unity. Independence, or so-called independence, would create more weakness among the nation. And that's my opinion.
But highly there, citizens turning suffering into prolonged ignorance. Like they can't see is more separation for the damage. It's a matter of pride. Oh, they're supporting the party highly.
And highly, poverty is where hell lives? Yes. Ask Shadow.
Yep.
Lana Budu says, Tommy, we not put the government there, but regardless of who put them there, they're still your government because they're running affairs that you have to live with. So you still have the opportunity to hold their feet to the fire. To me, it's like we get independence with a clause. Of course, the independence, the so-called independence, is a joke. What was supposed to happen is the federation. With the federation, it would have made all the difference in the world. And
what caused the federation to break up? Egos.
Jamaica pull out, and Eric said 1 from 10 is north. Even Eric was wrong. He should have united. It was 9, unite the 9.
Egos.
And Jamaica would have
the egos.
Place or just stay by themselves. And united, the others united would have shown strength.
Men and the egos caused that federation to dissolve. Men and the egos. That's what I say. Because I could imagine what went on in there. And who's a Low Islander, who's a Leeward Islander, and such a drama. And one chance we had to unite. We just can't unite as black people. And what it is, they don't care. They like when you can't unite, but they'll conquer you even faster.
Right. But look at the United States. Look at the United States are United States. And still you have
a whole heap of division.
One state discriminate against the other one.
A whole heap of division.
So on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if you're from certain states, you're laughed at. They think that your country, you're hick, you're this, you're that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that is not going anywhere. But at the end of the day, there's one umbrella that everybody exists under.
You drive and you go down that turnpike. From the time you're going down somewhere, the time you cross into Virginia with New York plates, look out, you're transporting.
Well, guess what? You have to be doing the right thing. If you're doing the right thing, you're all right. If you're not,
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's your assumption. You're transporting. One time I got pulled over and the man searched my trunk. I said, "But we looking for a dead body or something?" You know, so I complied because he looked like he looked ignorant. That's all I'm gonna say. But it was like four of us in the car. I was driving. I said, "This man looking ignorant though." So he said, "Oh, pop your trunk. You know, where you ladies heading to?" I'm like, "What the hell you want? Where I going? I gave him a driver's license. I'm a thing. Leave me alone." Somebody hit to me, Diana. Just answer he accordingly and short.
were you driving fast?
No. He seen the car was tinted windows.
Oh, you were heavily tinted.
Yeah, I had a tinted, my windows tinted. I had Lady Diana splashed across the door. I had the extended bumper. And then the thing on top, the hood, the fly, they call it. The fly, they call it. The piece on top of the hood. I had my car looking snazzy. And I was pumping some kind of West Indian music. All my cars, I have a serious sound system because I love music. When you're in my car, you're going to hear some music. You're going to hear vibration in the seat you're sitting in.
I hear you.
So I love me some music. So I guess he must have heard the music. I might have been pumping a shadow, or maybe what do you call him? We fella named Shabba Ranks.
Shabba.
Yeah, the boom, 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 boom. Man, he pulled me over for license and registration. I was like, what the hell? And we'll step out the car, all of we get out the car. I was like, okay, I get out the car. He searched the flipping car. But I kept an eye on him though. But he ain't putting nothing in my car. So there it goes.
Heidi say only Europeans have unity, no other man on earth. I disagree. I think what the Europeans successfully do is disrupt other unities by creating a lot of dissension.
Yep.
And that's my opinion. Because look at Africa. If Africa unite, it's going to be a superpower. But if the European has his way, he would do everything within his power to make sure that it doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen.
And we see it over and over and over again.
Yeah, they want to be on top. You know, they're fearful of us, uniting and powerful. They feel like we're going to see retribution for all their sinful deeds against us. But they don't know, we just want to make $1, buy a house, buy a car, put some money in the bank, send we pick me to school, and take a vacation just like them.
Yeah. Highly's advising Lana to get out of Trinidad and Tobago. That's an option. But the world is becoming one world. So anything you have to do or you could do, you should be able to do it from wherever you are.
Yeah, boy.
And there are options. There are so many options.
But I see the US lift some of the visas. They offer certain type of visas to certain countries like Nicaragua, Haiti. Who else? Or they get them 2 years something. Am I correct? Some 2 year work visa. But I noticed they didn't get Jamaica and Trinidad on it.
Right.
Nor Barbados.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on my avatar. I gotta stand up and stretch.
Nor Barbados. They ain't give none. They ain't give them none. Hey, life, boy.
Yep.
None, 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 none. Mm. I have mine up because I'm nodding off. Yeah, none, 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 none. What else Heidi said? Lana girl, Tobago is not your only live. Try and get out of there. It's not what I want to
Yeah,
do.
he's encouraging her to migrate.
Canada has a work visa for $75 application form. Try your luck. Mm.
Ali says, nah, I disagree. Stop with the blaming European and accept accountability. Tommy, it's time we face the truth. I hear you. I hear you, Highly. I want to face the truth, but I don't want nobody to interfere when we trying to get our program right. And I see interference all the time, be it subtle, be it overt or covert. Interference is always part of the mix.
Mm. But when you have yeah, when you have an economy like Trinidad, there's no you hear the pundit get up in the meeting there, and he said, they're frightened to come out of the house and people looking to migrate. That's where there's have brain drain. And
Right.
when these people leave, yeah, they keep in touch with their homeland, and maybe a decade from now, 2 decades from now, as in our case, 3 decades from now, we were traveling back and forth other places, but we want to contribute to make a place better. The first thing they're going to tell you is, well, you run from here, stay out there. Don't be concerned with what's going on here. But they don't know the circumstances under which you left.
Yeah. Well, in my case, I am 5 decades plus because my parents took me out there as a youngster,
Hmm.
and once I discovered my home, I realized that my home has the jewels that we were looking for out there. It's
Hmm.
just that we didn't explore it in the right way.
Hmm. I left. I went to Barbados, back to Barbados, and then I came up here to go to school and stuff. An opportunity made itself available, and I decided to stay because I said to myself, what am I? I decided to stay and make because the job and money was, you're making twice as much as you know what I'm saying, right?
Right.
So
You
I
know,
had no significant ties back there, so I stayed and I bucked the wind and carved out a niche for myself.
Nadia, I thank you for your vote of confidence, saying that I'm right. You are no ordinary participant in this exercise. You're a thinking person, and I appreciate you so very much.
Mhm. So let's see what's gonna happen. When is the next 2025? When the whole bacchanal will start now with the primary or whatever they call it in Trinidad. When the whole thing
There-
gonna start? Like
There's no
next year?
there's no primary like in the United States.
Okay, like next year. When all the campaigning then? When like next year or year after?
It, anybody who anybody who really wants, well, some of the parties never stop campaigning. They campaign every single year, right through the year. But
Mhm.
any new entity that needs or is going to make a difference, they have to be working hard right from right now. They have to be working hard. If
Mhm.
Solomon Duke wasn't so errant in with his behavior, he would have been making a difference.
So, well, like somebody said, with everything that's going on, people are gonna say, well, we need uh, a government to run the country, and you know they might put the PNM back in there. So, oh boy,
It's
with
good. It's good. It's good for the democracy to be able to switch up and not have, as we do in, you see what we do in the U.S. You
hmm
know, we switch up because it keeps the other parties or the various parties on their toes. And it's a good idea to have, a switch in leadership from time to time, or even political organizations from time to time. It's a good idea. It's good for the people. It's good for the country. It's good for the democracy. But I don't know. See, if they once we are able to stop the ethnic politics in Trinidad and let it be more nation building, then things are going to change.
It's, I never, I mean, when I was growing up, I don't know if we were poor. We lived in a wall house. Let me put it there. We had, the animals in the yard. So I know, only because of the abuse I endured, I saw certain things. I've experienced certain things. But generally speaking, we weren't people. I don't think there was never any food in the yard or the house. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then we had our latrine and our bath outside in the yard. All right? Or the yard. All down in the back was full of all kind of fruit trees and
that's Trinidad in the 50s and 60s.
And the 70s. And bees were kept. They were kept bees. I would have to extract the honey and bottle the honey. There were a lot of things I saw.
Hey, welcome back, Wall Street.
You don't see those no more.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, look like the storm was taking its toll on you.
Yeah.
Well, I got kicked out. My lights went off.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
When the wind outside here dancing, doing a number.
Yeah, all right. So, I got kind of kicked out myself. I had to go on my phone now because my laptop, my hotspot went cold.
Well, with temperatures like they are, it's no surprise.
Yeah, it's all kind of thing.
Okay.
I forgot to go outside and start my car up today, but I'll see tomorrow. Because it gets that cold. Sometimes wants to give you a cold start.
Oh man.
Yeah, I have an electric hybrid car.
Nadia says Trinidadians partying for carnival. They're not studying COVID.
Yeah, but the whole COVID hype has died down because the medical profession and professionals have varying opinions on the way to manage COVID. There are those who are saying let it be. If anybody catches it, just treat with them, and let people build natural immunities.
I want to say something. Yeah, highly. That's why we take you the 90% and not the 10%. Highly come up with some fantabulous, splendiferous thing in truth, and we are going to do something about that. He says WZYE TV need to do a GoFundMe for people like Lana escape Trinidad and Tobago suffering. But oh God. But I think we have to do some type of things, in order to I actually we want to do some things like that because I think it's important.
But I would say, as long as it does not require me to expose my banking information, I could. Because I had a bad experience with GoFundMe, and I stay away from that. Straight out.
Okay.
My bank warned me, do not venture there again.
Okay.
Diana, we suffering some dry weather now. Trees dry, no water. Gardening is a separation without, oh Lord. No water. All that rain that fell the other day, nobody can capture it. some of it. You could use it for water in the garden now.
What part of Trinidad is Lana in?
Tunapuna.
Okay. And I says, Tommy, it's like we get independence. Oh yeah, I read that before with a clause.
Mm.
Yes, that's true. That's why I said before the independence really wasn't enough. We needed the unity, we needed the federation. And once we had accomplished that part, in addition to the independence.
But Tommy, not the cross, right? Watch now. When you go to the Caribbean, everybody have their own passport. And when you're going into each of the other island, they treat you like, but you coming here, you'll be up international border, blah, blah, blah. Everybody in the Caribbean. It's like, I know because, I use the Bajan passport up and down, before, and then but, the way Barbados, Grenada, look how close they are. Huh? And Grenada, St. Vincent. And everybody, they have a separate passport. I mean, you think you had to come through a separate line. And you have to fill out this visitor visa like you come from Mars.
Listen, Diana, I'm aware because before I became a U.S. citizen, I went to Barbados and showed a Trinidad passport, and the way they
treat you bad. I tell you, you meet a manly, untrained agent. That's why you were unlucky for that. And he or she had a beef with Trinidad for something. But normally that is not the case. I know that for a fact. That's not the case.
Let me tell you something. The division,
the
division is destructive. That's why I keep saying that the only solution to a strong and vibrant Caribbean is a truly united Caribbean. No make-believe unity, because there's a lot of make-believe unity too, that we have seen time and again. But we need a real unity.
Let's say good night to Miss Coover and Carice. Welcome. Good night.
Good night, Carice. Good night, Miss Coover.
Hola, hola.
But I just feel that, there's a sense of doom and gloom in Trinidad and Tobago. And
as people not feeling the suffering. Anselm, look, let me use Lana for instance. So she get a little pick. They cut she days by 2. Oh God. It's suffering down there. And people, because when we talk about it, we talk in Trinidad bad. Fella fighting for TSTT back pay. Oh my God. Get him money now. Then people need money to live. It's suffering. I know. Suffering. But people are putting on this, I don't know. No?
Anyway, because, the thing is that a man may be complaining because he lost a finger, but you had to take him and show him a man that has no hands. And he realized.
Tony, that was going to be my point. I think sometimes we focus on so much of the difficulties that we are going through, but nobody's not saying that people are not going through difficulties. Of course, people are going through difficulties. Time's hard. There's a lot of difficulties that people are going through, and sometimes you can go through the difficulties, but when you see your kids going through the difficulties, that's most difficult.
Right.
But sometimes we gotta tell ourselves, thank God for life.
Exactly.
Thank God for life.
Exactly.
At least we can get up the next day to go and try to make a better day, just a better day for our kids. And there are some people who help other people, make a better day. But if all we're gonna, if we're gonna put certain type of things out into the atmosphere, sometimes what we put out is what comes back.
Exactly, Anselm, and that's the point I'm trying to make. That when you think you're in a bad place, sometimes all you have to do is just look over your shoulder and you will see someone in a worse position than you are. And that should give you a little bit of comfort that there's hope because there's life.
And you got to tell yourself that tomorrow is going to be better.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, listen, it's easier said than done, you know, because I mean, I don't know what the difficulties that people are going through. I don't know what they are facing on a daily basis, not just a daily basis, but minute by minute, second by second. You know, the only thing I can say is that, you know, try to see how you could find a silver lining. I mean, you know, and as I said, it's easier said than done.
Right.
I don't know what people are going through. I really don't. You know, and I know that times are difficult. You know, but if every day you wake up, you know, and all you're gonna look at, it's just the difficulties that you're going through, and don't tell yourself that, you know what, it can't always be this way.
Anselm, I so appreciate Nadia. I so appreciate the way she could see what we're talking about. That your attitude is that's the most important thing, the most important component that we bring once we have life is our attitude.
Well, no, highly, nobody's saying that there's God never planned for sufferation in life. To get up every day to suffer is not no life to thank God for. No, nobody's saying that you have to thank God for suffering.
Yeah, but you have to act on it. You have to act on it, and he would hold your hand once you act on it.
But how about thanking God for life, though? Just for life.
That's right.
In order to suffer. Think about this, right? Yes, you're suffering, but you have life to suffer. Some people, you know, think about it, man. There are many people who didn't wake up this morning.
Hey, good night, Albert. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
You see, look, Rennie took the words right out of my mouth. Look, Rennie just says, thank God for getting up.
That's right.
That's what I do every day. I don't mind.
Just to get up to get up to go and suffer.
To see another day.
To see another day. Get up to see another day for hope that your kids can still see you. You know? Your kids can
but sometimes I'm not suffering now, you know, it's getting too much, unbearable now.
You know? I am you know, I mean, you see, I it's difficult for me to say, you know, because as I say, I'm not in another person's shoes, you know. Albert, good night to you, Albert. You know, but I think what we have to do is that we have to, every morning that we wake up, we have to say, you know what, things are gonna get better. Things are going to get better.
You know, I can relate to what Hailey is saying, but Hailey, you cannot focus on that fully. Yes, there are people who are extremely dishonest, and dishonesty is a serious problem in Trinidad and Tobago.
Can't control that, though.
Yeah, but
you can't control that.
Even if you focus on that, you'd want to stop living in Trinidad and Tobago. You want to run away, and that is not the solution. That is not the solution. The solution is to take the bull by the horn and fix it.
But in order to take the bull by the horn, you have to put somebody that's competent and want to take the bull by the horn and fix it for all.
And if we put somebody there and they're incompetent and they don't want to fix it for all, we can fix that too. We could fix that too. And if we had to be just honest about it and focus.
But here's the problem, though. If we're waiting on them to fix it for us, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble. Because they're not there to fix it for people who having difficulties on a daily basis. They are there to fix those who already have, so they could continue to get more.
Well, those are the ones that we want to get rid of. The ones who are not on our agenda and
correct
agenda already have.
And that's where the people comes in. To get rid of them and put people there who are going to look out for those people who need the most help. So if we keep putting people who only have their own interests at hand and their finances interests and who do this and who finance this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is that when you look around in the population, you don't really see that great suffering as some seem to express is that is occurring.
But it's there, Tommy. You're not seeing it because I feel of a pride thing, but it's there.
False pride. Well, that false pride is
there.
destructive.
It's there.
That false pride is destructive, if that's what that is.
It's there.
They need to check their egos in and get it right.
I'll tell you something, right? When I was last in Trinidad and Tobago, I was looking. I passed through Port of Spain driving. Stop, and other areas, and I was looking at the population in the streets that I saw, Tunapuna, wherever, Arima, I passed, St. Augustine. To me, because I was free, it's somewhere I would frequent. The people look smaller.
You know why, Diana? You know why, right?
They look smaller.
But you know why? You know why, right?
Tell me why.
I think that's what you're looking for.
No.
The easiest thing.
It's quite a few people I knew, like my schoolmates.
They see that
I saw them next.
Mentally. If you
I didn't look in for it. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't looking for it. It just presented itself. I said, wait a minute. And then I started. I said, wait now. And then, but I just noticed it. A whole lot of them look smaller. And the people I knew from before a long time.
What does that mean?
I don't know. They just look smaller. That's all I'm going to say.
What does that mean, though, if they look smaller?
I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't want to speculate.
Do you think that it means that they're unhealthy?
I know. I will not say that.
Okay.
Just they look smaller to me.
Because sometimes being
trim, I went to school with.
Sometimes being slim and trim is a lot healthier.
See, Lana said it's true because of stress and pressure. I just noticed it. I got a guy I knew tall, stupid. I was like, damn. For a minute, I was like, shake out Diana. But it's everyone I met, top of the hour, time after time.
Let's go for station identification. Send a version of the DAT Triplets from WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
I wanna read what Rennie says, right? Now, we have to make our situation a surviving situation and stop waiting for someone to make it for us. You see, I think in Trinidad and Tobago growing up back then in Chumakak, I was looking at a video I did today. I'm going to share this on my Facebook page. And I was telling the guy that, I grew up so poor, they dropped the OR. We were just poor, right? But I never, ever worried about how poor we were. And I used to say your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. I never focused on the things that I didn't have. And my grandmother always told me, whatever little you have, be contented with it. And I always look very contented with what we have. And we didn't depend on the government to give us anything or to make it better for us. You understand? And listen, it was 5 of us, a single parent household.
I was in a double parent household where there were 9 children. So just think about how that worked. As a matter of fact, when we were in Trinidad, my father only was a breadwinner.
Yeah,
Okay, so just think about that. And my
yeah,
father, and in addition to the 9 that my father had with my mother, he had 2 others. So he had to take care of 11. So I'm saying
Your father's a busy lad, boy.
Yeah.
Now let me say this, sir. Let me say this to you guys, right? I'm gonna give you guys a little personal something, you know, right? As I'm talking to you guys right now, I'm actually in my mother's apartment, right? My mother is 92 years of age. Okay? And I actually have to leave New Jersey and 4 days a week and come down here with my mother. Right? She's 92 years of age. Right? And you know, I mean, that is the woman who did so much for us when we couldn't afford anything. Right? So, you know, I mean, I'm never at a loss for words, but you know, just cherishing. And on February the 9th, she's gonna be 92 years of age.
God bless her soul.
Right, and
bless her heart.
You know, we are just thankful for all that she did. You know, and all the hard work she put in when we grew up in Chumaka, Claventel. You know, we didn't have a lot. Right, there were many things that we went without, but we were very grateful for whatever little we have. And all I'm trying to say is that, you know, when you wake up in the morning, think about, you know, there's hope. There's hope.
Right. There's life, there's hope.
Yeah, there's hope. There's hope. Because if all you want to think about is doom and gloom, that's what you're going to get. Doom and gloom.
You know, and as I go a little further to say that after my mother had 9 children and moved to the United States, she went back to school, went back to college and educated herself and got a job as a lab technician. You understand what I'm saying? So, yes, like you said, there's life, there's hope. And even, like I said, even after 9 children, yes, you can still hope and you can still live.
Lana say, is your mommy take away your laptop? It's good for you.
So she said, tell mommy, she said hello.
Yeah, you know what? And I just want you all to just think that, boy, you know, something good go happen.
Yeah.
Later. Something good go happen tomorrow.
That's right.
You understand? I could see it in the stars. Something good go happen.
You have to believe it to achieve it. You have to
because
believe.
if you only keep telling yourself, boy, this go happen and that go happen, normally that's happening. You know?
Guys, let me just give my closing comment. My thing is acting up again, flickering. All right. I just want to say, guys, progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. I just wanted to put in my closing comment. Before my thing says,
Anna, we hope you can change your mind, okay?
Change my mind about what?
About leaving us.
About what? Progress. Progress. I will never change when it comes to progress.
I'll leave it there.
I said progress is impossible. Progress.
But yeah, progress. That's absolutely correct. Progress.
I have nothing over the providers out there. The weather I don't have. I don't control that.
Okay.
Yeah. So sad. Tea and tech, yeah. It's bad up here, guys. If y'all come and see where I live, I live in the boondocks. That's what I was told. The boonies. See, it's going. Anyway, Anselm, who you putting in closing comments?
Who's that?
Who you going to put in closing comments?
No, I mean, Rennie. I think Rennie, Lana, Hailey still there. I don't know if Curry's still there. Nadia.
Right.
What else we see? What happens on my phone doesn't. Albert Montano left us. Nadia, yeah. Put closing comments in chat. I think what we will do is, what I would like people to do is that, I mean, I don't know the difficulties people are going through, right? And I'm gonna sit here and say that I know difficulties that people are going through. I know what difficult. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I know what difficulties people are going through. I know times are tough in Trinidad and Tobago. I know that. Some people have it more difficult than other people. But all I want you to do is that, you know, when you wake up in the morning and you say your prayers, just tell yourself, it's going to get better. This too will pass. This cannot continue. You know, and you got to put yourself in that mindset that it will get better. The easiest thing for us to do is to think that it's not going to get better. That's the easiest thing to do. But you have to tell yourself that, you know what, it's going to get better. Things are going to improve, right? Some way, somehow, things are going to work out for me and my family. You know, and I mean, you know, I was going to recommend the book today, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. And The Power of Positive Thinking is a book about the scriptures. It has a lot of quotes from the scriptures with respect to the power of positive thinking. You know, and many people say that power of positive thinking is just a pie in the sky type of thing. Yeah, you know, it's a pie in the sky, but you know, it's the scriptures. So I recommend people, you know, to get the book The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. You know, and you know, it's the same time I recommended a book previously called Mindset, whether you have a fixed or a growth mindset. You know? So, you know, I just want people to think that things are going to get better for myself and my family. Closing words, Tommy?
You cannot save people, you can only love them. But these are the words of Harry David Turner. To affect the quality of the day, that is the highest of art. Also, the Dalai Lama says, the more you are motivated by love, the more fearless and free your action will be. I want to thank the family for being with us again today. I look forward to our next session. Please be safe. Those of you in the cold, make sure that you stay warm and very safe. Do not go out there if you don't have to go out there. Love you all. See you at the next session.
Tommy, Hailey says, words have no power. I totally disagree.
I disagree fully.
100.
I disagree.
Not 100, 250%.
As a matter of fact, words cast a spell. That's why when you talk about words, they say spell it.
Yep. There's a song, as a matter of fact, I can't play that song on this because I can't play that song. I would have played this song by Baron called Words.
Yep.
Words have a very significant part in what's going on. Highly, very significant part. But highly, as I said, I'm not going to worry about your 10%. I'm going to only worry about your 90%. The 90% of all the excellent, fantabulous, splendiferous comments you make, highly, that is why I will concentrate on.
I want Heidi to think over what he said about words and really think about words.
Yeah, but you know, listen. Words. That Tommy, you said, you know, be impeccable with your words. You know, Tylee, words have a lot of impact, a significant impact on people.
Exactly.
Yep. And you know,
that's why you don't tell. That's why you don't tell a child you'll be nothing. You know, you don't tell a child that.
Yep. Yep, exactly. I mean, the stuff you tell the child, that's what's kind of important. I was trying to see if I can get, I don't know how to do this on this phone here. No, I can't get it. Maybe I gotta go to settings. Let me just see. Settings, guest, general camera, audio recording. No, I can't get it there. I can't get it. I was gonna play that song called, yeah, Heidi says his grandmother used to say words is nothing but wind. Okay, you know. But folks, I think what we all we are trying to do is to inspire people for a better tomorrow.
And motivate. Inspire and
And
motivate.
correct, Tony. Correct. Inspire and motivate. You know? And just for people to no, but Heidi, I hear you. A weak soul listen to foolish advice. Words could never break me. And Heidi, that's what it's about. You might be strong enough in order to deal with that. There is many, 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 many people who words have a drastic effect on them.
And also when someone casts a negative spell with words, what you could do is deflect it by adding a positive spin.
Correct is right. Correct is right. Yeah. So I think I would like to continue this discussion on Tuesday with respect to words.
Anselm, when you were off, I was talking about the fact that I want to invite our friend in Jamaica to join us from time to time. Let's see if we could start spreading out among the islands.
No, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. We already have Shara in Barbados. No, that's a great idea.
Yeah, we have to start stretching out around among the Caribbean islands, create a unity in this programming.
Yeah, I think Hailey say actions speak louder than words, but I think Hailey's taking it from a different perspective when he said actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, because faith without works is death.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah. So, folks, of course, I say again, you don't have to see all the flights in the staircase. You only have to see the first flight. You know, from where I said this is it, the clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. And I always said that your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. So Nadia says, closing comments, I always believe better days are coming. Once there's life, there's hope. I always thank God for life. Blessed night, everyone stay safe. Nadia, full 100.
nice. Lana says, tonight I give a bed of prayer, a pillow of love, and a blanket of peaceful sleep. Love you all. Thank you, Lana.
Eileen says, trust in God for a better life, Pat. Believe in God, God will deliver. When you put in the work of improvement, God will lead you right. God is our salvation and our redeemer. Peace. And Heidi again, full 100, full 100. Alana says, Answer, make sure and pray with mommy. Boy, pray. I pray morning, evening, night. Rennie Mommy says, live, love, laugh, ingredients to a long life. And Nadia says, Anselm, so true, same with us. Never depend on help on the government. And up to now, we don't. My mother have 8 children. We have so poor. My father used to always drink alcohol. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You know.
Did you read this one closing comment? Better days are coming. Let's hope and pray. Somebody and some betterment for we.
Yeah, Hailey, Erica, good evening. Yeah, Hailey, I pray twice a day, morning and night. Hailey, same thing here, man. Same thing here. I have, you know, Psalm 27, Psalm 91. You know, then I have my daily prayer. When I worked on Wall Street, I used to say 10 prayers before I start work in the morning. 10. You know, because you just can't do it by yourself. You needed guidance.
Needed the power.
You needed the power, man. Correct is right. You needed the power. Yeah? You know, so, I mean, I think the good part about today, boy, is that, you know, we're trying to inspire people for a better tomorrow, right? And yes, things are bad. Yes, things are hard. But you have to tell yourself, for you and your family, things are going to get better. And if you put that out into the atmosphere, you know, eventually that's happen. You know, when you tell yourself bad things are going to happen, no matter what, you know that?
True.
Yeah? Yeah, I like the Psalms 27, you know? The Lord is my light and my salvation. Yeah, and Psalm 91.
You know, the vibes are so positive on this show. Sometimes it's rough to leave.
You don't tell me that is true, you know. Oh, God.
Hear what Nadia say. Heidi is so true. I always tell people, know what you are saying to people or your children. I tell my children, God bless. That's so positive.
Yeah, listen. My kids too, man. I just tell my kids, listen, my kids read more motivational books than I do.
Well, for my small, I had them saying motivational affirmation.
Yeah. I did Psalm of real power, man. Real power. Psalm 23, man. You know? Psalm 27. And those are just my favorite Psalms that, you know, every single day, man. That is every day. It's like, you know, if I wake up in the morning and I ain't say them, and I ain't sitting, I feel like if something wrong, you know.
True.
And when I go to bed at night, I have to say, you know, I have to say prayers, man. I have to say prayers. It's just a normal kind of thing.
That's your shield. That's your shield for the night.
Yeah. But you just thank God for his mercies. You know, bringing you to this day, bringing you to this night, waking you up in the morning.
And also ask him to protect yours.
Yeah, correct is right.
Cover yours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cover your children, cover your mother, cover your brothers, cover your.
You know, it's funny you say that, Tommy. That's why we have that song. That's why I like that song by Pastor Baines Too Bad, you know, Cover Me.
Me too, man. I love that song.
I just enjoy just listening to that song. Yeah? Nadia?
Yeah.
I don't let nothing come out bad from my mouth. God bless everyone. I want God to bless everyone too. I want good for, you know, man. You know, the things I have gone through on social media with politics, and being in politics and the kind of name calling and all kind of thing. I don't call, you know, it's just, and Trinidad and Tobago is such a beautiful country, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they say Sunday Psalm is Psalm 92 for the morning and Psalm 134 for the evening. All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, folks, it's always a pleasure. It's late now in Trinidad. It's only 9:21 here. So we're gonna go out with, let me see what song I have here that we could go out with, boy. All right. I think we gonna go out with Crazy Weedy People. I know Diana played that last time, but you know what? Let me go out with Pastor Baines Cover Me. That's what we gonna go out with. Because we want everybody to be covered. All right, folks? See you.
Right.
Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. And we wish this for everyone so we could all be covered. Sick and stay. That's it for us. See you later. Bye-bye.
personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who have the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.